Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's located on the eastbourne of Airfield, and it's under the command of StuInTokyo. And he's got the improved rammer, vents, and the gun lane drive as well to improve his crew skills. Game on! Well, the gun laying drive and the rammer don't improve the crew skills, but the rammer does. The vents do for sure. So yes, he does get that. The only problem is actually the M53, M55 did open the back of the vehicle every time it fired, and so really it shouldn't really have vents. But obviously we won't tell Wargaming that because otherwise they might change it. We'll leave it as it is, please. Don't take my word for it. They did actually have a barbecue on the back of the vehicle. Well, it looks like a barbecue anyway. Rounds out on the Nemesis. Splash of the first shot. Well, he's definitely got the Mastery Achievements Award because that's right on the engine bonnet. And remember, this is the Arty that actually does have some gun depression. Not much, but it does have 5 degrees. And we saw that put to good use by one of the What Arty Noobs members who actually managed to shotgun an enemy tank at close range to win the battle. Very funny thing indeed. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. No explosions, so we know we touched him. Now it seems these guys over here do need some touching. We've got a Scorpion. There was an enemy Nemesis, he just got wiped out. And there's also another tank. I think it's it's one of the new types, isn't it? It's either Centurion or the Contradictor. So I think it's the Centurion actually, not a new type tank. There we go. Unfortunately, he just killed our teammate. And he just got hit for 158. Now, as there's nothing except a G-Saw between us and him, mind you, it is the G-Saw with the auto loader, we are changing position. It's probably a wise move, actually. I would head to that tier 60 right up the other end of the map. If that Scorpion G does make his way this way, he's going to get a nasty surprise when he finds out the G-Saw's there. But if he reaches us, then that would be the end of the game for us. So ideally we need to be in a position where we can actually keep laying the shells down on the enemy. If the G-Saw does see him, then we can obviously help it, the tank destroyer, by firing a few in. Wizzy 132A. He's obviously the spotter. He is a light tank after all. And that one landed next door to the rock to splash him. Standard reload for this Arty is 40.27 seconds. That's with the 8-inch howitzer. Capable of 900 alpha and 52mm of pen. 10.5 meters on the burst radius, between 12.6 and 28 seconds of stun. His reload time is 33.81. Oh, we got 3 together. Lovely. Now this can really make a difference if you switch to the non-stun HE, because you would get much more damage of 3 tanks together. Rounds out. Well, he does get a direct hit. He's sticking with these ones for the moment. It's not 3 tanks, it's 4 tanks together. even worse for the enemy. He's almost loaded. Rounds out. Direct hit on the Contradictus. Not showing though. It's showing as a hit on the Type 68 instead. He has got quite a bit of assist. That's for sure. 570 off the Type 68. That Centurion 1 we saw, who was down in the south, he's actually moved north now, and it looks like he's just around the corner from these guys. Contradictus definitely takes it this time. 327. And look at the stun on those guys as well. That's going to have an effect. If you ever find yourself in that position, this is a friendly hint to all you tank drivers out there. If you do find yourself in that position where you're all bunched together like that and Arty starts hitting you, move away, because if you stay there, you will die there. And this is why people get mad and angry at Arty, because they keep getting hit in the same spot. Well, the reason you're getting hit in the same spot is because you shouldn't be there. You should move away. Take the hint. Well, to all those Arty players out there, if you see this sort of situation where the enemy tanks are grouping together, hit them as hard as you can. Hit them as often as you can until they get the message. If you camp, you will get hit. And to those tank drivers again, well, don't say we didn't warn you. We did. Okay, that Type 63 is now one shot because he just took a hit. A big hit. A blind hit as well. He actually aimed it for the corner and it struck the front quarter of the vehicle. I think he's going to try and do it again. No, he doesn't need to. The RU-251 took the hint and could see the guy from some distance away north of the airstrip. Well, just the other side of the rock, we do have a 56 TP. He's not going for it at the moment. There's a Scorpion down the south. He saw that now. Yep. As soon as you see sort of opportunities like that as an Arty player, you should switch targets straight away. It's one of the reasons why Arty players are so good with the minimap. We're looking at the minimap. We're not focused on one particular area. If we see a target of opportunity, we'll switch to it. Well, the Scorpion's gone. We did lose our Sharp Future 4. We're one up on the enemy at the moment. And it looks like the enemy is now being pressured. Our G-Saw might be coming into play now because he can shoot from the south. But there's the Emil, and we can definitely put a shell on him. Rounds out. Looks good. It is 260 hit points. The Emil 2 is struck. And we did get some stun, but our G-Saw is probably in the reload, and that's why he's running away at the moment. Unfortunately, Emil 2s have 3 shots on their reloads, or autoloader. The G-Saw has 4, but it's actually a long reload. Okay, the G-Saw is trying to back away, but he has been hit this time, and he was taken out by the Emil 2. But we got a shot in as well. 300 hit points. And then we're still one up on the enemy. And they've only got one heavy tank left, that Emil 2. They're about to lose some more. They're about to lose their G-Saw 1008. He's just around the corner from our Samur, who's going to drive around the corner and say, I'll have that. Oh, he didn't. It went the other way. So he must have auto-loaded into the Samur. But the enemy G-Saw crashed. So it looks like he fell off a rock and died at the bottom. Now there's only 3 left on the enemy team. The Emil 2, the Foch, who's just being chased by 2 tanks at the moment. Let's see what we can do. Unfortunately, he managed to get around the corner before we can unload. And in fact, there's the FP3805, so we can definitely get a shot into him. Oh, we fired behind him, and he moved forward. Oh, that's unfortunate, and we lost our Type 68. But the RU-251's still in the game. Our IS-5 just killed the FP3805. And we're still looking for that Foch. There he is. Okay, we're loaded. Now we can deal with this guy, but we can't kill him with one shot. We need to get a pen to do that. 303 hit points from that one. RU-251's coming up behind the guy. Still reloading. We might be able to get the kill shot if the RU-251 can draw the Foch in. He's hoping that we're going to hit that guy and make him a one shot. And he did get one hit there. He is a one shot for us now as well. He's still in reload. That's why he's hiding. He knows that he can keep away from the Arty. We can't hit him just there. He's in cover. He knows where the cover is, you see. And unfortunately, we just lost the RU-251. That makes it 3 versus 1 now because they've lost their other tank. We're moving up to try and help the IS-5 and the the TS-60. The IS-5 is going to be the first one to spot the Foch. And I get the feeling the Foch is probably going to go for an ambush position. So he can shoot from cover. As soon as the IS-5 gets close, and there he is, he's actually in sight. Okay, line it up and rounds out. Well, we got behind him and we stunned him, and 66 hit points of damage. But the IS-5 had to back off. Seeing as the Foch is an autoloader, we need to move to a position of cover and still keep under cover, not to expose ourselves to the Foch by going Rambo. Don't want to be out in the open, because if he does see us, he'll shoot us from long range away. This might be a little too close. Yes, we've been spotted. In fact, he is firing at us. But that makes him an easy shot for the IS-5 if he tries to keep doing that. Remember, this is for the game. We lost sight of him. Oh, but he killed him with a blind shot. And he's won the game with a blind shot. StuInTokyo. Here's the end of battle results. That was the second class tanker for StuInTokyo in the M53, M55. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 16. A Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. High caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. He only got 1 kill. It was the Foch at the end of the game. He got 4,948 as the win rate, which is super income standard, but he nearly became another target for that Foch because he did get spotted right at the end of the game. So yes, be careful you don't get too close to the action because you might become a victim. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was definitely StuInTokyo, 4,521 hit points. That got a high caliber. Next highest was, in fact, the Foch. 2,735 hit points went to that guy. And third highest, well, that was the Charlemagne on our team, 2,601. When it came to kills, we can see top scorers were the Samura SM, who managed 3 kills, but got killed off by the GeForce 1008. And the Centurion 1 on the enemy team got 3 kills as well, but he got wiped out as well. 2 kills went to the TS-60, the IS-5, and on the enemy team, their Foch got 2, so the GeForce 1008 and the 56 TP as well. Stu only got the one kill, but at least it was the one that was worth it right at the end of the game. When it came to base XP, he got that one too. Yes, 933 went to Stu. That was the highest. 886 went to the Smur SM. 885 went to the Charlemagne. 17 shots fired, 8 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated, but he did get 23 splash. 4,521 hit points of damage, all of it more than 300 meters. 23 splashes, yes, that's because all those tanks were sitting together, and every shell that Stu was firing in, well, not every, most of them were actually getting more than one target at the same time. It was almost like he was firing it in and getting 4 stuns all together each time the enemy did it. And they just didn't learn their lesson. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 1 was killed, 981 hit points of stun assist of 22 stuns. On a premium count, he actually made 53,670 credits from that game. He also picked up 6,298 experience points out of it as well, including 2,800 for mission completion. So yes, an interesting game, that one. I think there is a lesson to be learned there for Stu. Try not to get too close to the enemy, especially if they're a tank destroyer. They're designed to shoot at long range, and they usually have good optics, which means they'll more than likely see you before you see them. In fact, the M53, M55 only has a view range of 300 meters. So yeah, he's definitely going to see you before you see him. And if you get too close, yeah, it's going to be rather uncomfortable for a moment. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.